My best friend's boyfriend convinced her I'm her best friend. I don't know how to convince him. We're really not that close. He doesn't love you, bro. My friend Sophia, 28 female, is upset at me, 27 male, for telling her boyfriend Noah that I am not her best friend. I am really lost on what I did wrong and why I am getting the blame for this fallout. By the way, this is cross-posted. This is originally from T.BFF456436 on our OK Storytime subreddit. You know what to do. Drop your stories there if you want us to read them like this.
Drop it like it's hot.
Now, Sophia.
No.
And I met due to a common friend and have known each other for the last 5 years. Sophia has been a good friend. And we would generally hang out on weekends with the rest of our friends. Why is this so scarily, like, this seems like it's being written about you?
I'm so frightened.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Sophia also lived in the same apartment complex as me, and we would sometimes hang out at my apartment along with other friends over to watch TV. Now, Sophia started dating Noah around 6 months ago. I noticed that Sophia started messaging me more than normal about random stuff like TV shows, music, etc., etc. Around the same time, we would send memes and TikToks all the time. She also messaged me if I want to hang out at my place after work during random weekday evenings. I would generally say no, unless more friends wanted to join in.
Okay, so he's trying to create some boundaries.
Yeah, it's pretty cold, Sophia.
Yeah,
that's pretty rough.
No, this is for him.
Oh, from you.
I'm trying to hang out with my bestie, and he's shutting me down.
You're putting the wall up.
What?
Yeah.
No, Sophia's the one who's trying to reach out, and OP is saying no.
Yeah, that's what I said. Of course. On a Saturday night, we were all at my friend's apartment for a party. Sophia and one of my friends left to pick up food, and Noah came to me and asked if we could talk for a few minutes.
Man to man.
Man to man.
Mano.
Ooh.
That's just hand to hand, though.
Anyways, Noah told me that being a guy, I should understand, and he is uncomfortable about my friendship with Sophia. Now, I asked him why he said that, and he understands we are best friends, but he is uncomfortable with her always texting me late at night or hanging out with me at my apartment on nights when he is busy. He said that he has discussed it with Sophia many times, but she told him that she will not tolerate him controlling how she behaves with her best friend.
Her bestie.
Her bestie.
Yikes.
He said that he is getting very serious about his relationship with Sophia, and if he should know something before he commits his whole heart.
Whoa.
The truth is.
What's the truth?
Sophia and I are good friends, but we are not best friends.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. It seems like she's been trying to hang out with him, and he's like, no.
It's giving she wants to get with him, and he's like, I'm cool. We can hang out as a group, but
yeah, we'll hang out as like
Which honestly, situations. I think. I mean, really quickly, what's your take? I feel like that's a pretty. But I could see if it's like if I was in OP's shoes, I felt like, oh, this is like kind of a lot. I might kind of gently put the wall up, and be like, hey, like I don't want to like hang out late in the evening when you know your partner's not around or whatever.
Let's wait for everyone to come.
Yeah.
No, I think that Sophia's acting a little suspicious.
I think Sophia's acting a little suspicious as well. She is. I said that Sophia is just one of 8 girls in my friends group. Just a number. Just a human meat bag that I spend time with in the friends group that I hang out with, and never have we shared any deep personal secrets about ourselves. I told Noah that he has nothing to worry about. I told him that I would not refer to Sophia as my best friend. In fact, before she started dating Noah, we barely messaged each other.
Ooh.
I also told him that I never hang out with Sophia alone and that she only visits my place when other friends are invited. Noah asked me if we ever dated or hooked up in the past. I told him that Sophia brought up the subject 5 years ago. More context.
I think Sophia's trying to make something happen with OP, and OP's not interested, but she's still trying.
It's so double whack. She's in a relationship.
She's in a relationship.
And she's presumably, it seems, we're going to find out, pursuing someone who is not interested in her.
Yes.
What are we doing?
It seems also like she started trying to pursue him when she got into the relationship.
Yes!
Which is interesting.
Sophia!
I'm sorry!
Sophia!
Ah! what can I say?
But
what can I say?
I'm a juggler.
I'm a nice guy, girl.
But I told her why I would not want to date her, and we have never talked about it again. Noah asked me why Sophia would refer to me as her best friend then, and I told him that I also find it weird because we are good friends, but definitely not best friends. Noah thanked me for being honest, and the night went on. Now, yesterday afternoon, I got a call from Sophia, and she was really mad at me. She asked me what I told Noah, and I told her about our conversation. She told me I was an a-hole to tell Noah that we are not best friends and how I messed up her relationship. I told her I did not say anything bad about her and, in fact, soothed his concerns that there was anything going on between us. She told me she had a pretty big fight the night after the party, and Noah confronted her about why would she call me her best friend and tell him that you're in my apartment alone when none of those things happened. She told me that I should have just backed up her story.
But you're not best friends. Why would he back it up?
Just lie.
Just
Hey,
lie.
Sophia.
Why didn't you lie about the thing that I didn't give you any heads up?
Yeah, couldn't you just like telepathically read my mind, please?
Why didn't you know that I wanted you to lie about this? It's so rude. I know you thought you were helping when you told my boyfriend that we're not sleeping together, but actually, you made it worse.
You know what? I'm breaking up with you.
I think it's also funny that Sophia got friend zoned, and then is also being like, "You're not even my friend."
Dude. Not only were you like, oh, we're not in a relationship, we're not even best friends.
Best friends.
You're demoted to good friend.
Yeah.
Which
Riley says that's a Sophia move.
What have I done?
And I like totally agree. Yeah, no, classic Sophia.
Classic
Wait
Sophia.
a minute.
Deadly Cat 667 says Sophia is a red flag.
Why'd you say that?
Well,
On the day that my tire popped? Really?
yeah,
You're gonna go
this
there?
is a bad day for some of you guys.
It's a bad freaking
Classic
day.
Sophia pretending like a tire is her best friend, you know?
When it wasn't even her best tire,
Yeah.
it was a good tire.
It was a good tire.
Getting
on
mad at the tire
Sunday.
for popping after she
Ooh.
called.
Classic. But I feel bad for Sophia, as I really feel they're both cute together and Noah really likes her. Sophia has told us how much she adores Noah and that they are happy together. Really?
Are they though?
It's hard for me to understand why Sophia would lie to Noah that we are best friends and we hang out alone together when he is busy. Am I wrong to tell Noah that Sophia and I are not best friends and I should have just played along? I am not really sure I even understand why I messed up or what to do at this point. There is a pretty thick update with an edit.
Ooh, a thick update.
But let's stop right here.
I'm stopping.
First question.
Yeah.
Has OP done anything wrong?
No. OP, I don't even think OP is actually a part of this story. You know?
You're so
It's not even his story to tell, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like Sophia was like talking to her boyfriend and they had some sort of argument, and she just pointed at a random passerby, you know?
Yeah.
And that's what OP's role is in this.
Yeah, it's like, look at this guy.
Yeah.
See, this guy would never do this to me.
Yeah.
And then he's like, me?
Me?
Me? Yeah.
It seems like this would be Noah's story.
Yeah, this
You know?
is
Yes.
Noah's story.
Noah should
Like
be submitting
Noah's
the
the
story.
one who should have come on Reddit and be like, yo,
Yeah.
my girlfriend lied to me about hanging out with a dude. It's like the opposite.
Yeah.
It's like
That is exactly correct.
anti-cheating. It's like, yeah, my girlfriend said she was kind of cheating on me when she really wasn't.
Dude, anti-cheating is kind of a banger genre of stories.
More
Not cheating.
anti-cheating story.
Anti-cheating, yeah.
She's like, my story's not cool enough. I gotta add in some drama.
Yeah.
I gotta manufacture drama.
Yeah. But, you know what we don't need to manufacture?
This update.
This update. So, all right, let's stop the episode real quick. I got something to say. People sometimes say things about me in the comments.
Yeah, like you're old,
below.
dying, decrepit.
Actually, you know, in line with all of the things that you just said, somebody said John really needs ZocDoc now that his head has exploded with that cough. They're really calling me out for my my cough.
It does sound like an ancient cough. You know what it sounds like?
What?
It sounds like one of those mummies that, like, after 1,000 years, finally gets up. And
You know what? Maybe I'm coughing, but at least I'm royalty.
That
I'll
is
take
true.
that.
That is
I'll take
true.
that.
You do look like royalty.
But, being mummy royalty aside, I do think it's something that I really should look at.
I think you should take care of it. And the only way to take care of it is with ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you.
And instantly book appointments with them online.
And y'all, all of these docs have verified reviews from actual, real patients.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists.
And you can filter the ones that take your insurance.
And treat basically any condition you're searching for.
Wow. The typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours.
Sometimes even in the same day.
Y'all, I use ZocDoc. We use ZocDoc. You should use ZocDoc too.
Go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That is ZocDoc.com/OKOP, ZocDoc.com/OKOP. Let's get back to the episode. I posted yesterday about my friend lying to her boyfriend that I was her best guy friend. When in reality, we are just friends, and she only started messaging me after she started dating her boyfriend. She adores her boyfriend, allegedly, and it was confusing to me why she would do that. Turns out, Sophia is a genius mastermind, and I'm scared. I'm scared too. Sophia, I'm scared.
I'm frightened.
Sophia,
John, I'm frightened.
I'm scared of Sophia.
Something's up.
There's
a plot.
All right. So thanks for the responses on helping me think why she might be doing it. I just wanted to post an update because she came to my apartment and talked to me about the whole situation. She said some unkind things to me on Sunday after I told Noah, her boyfriend, that we were just friends and definitely not best friends as she is trying to portray me. Moreover, I also told him that I never hang out with her alone, and it's generally with a group of friends, as she lied about this to him. Yesterday evening, Sophia messaged me to apologize for the outburst and asked if we could meet, and she can explain why she did that.
I need to know.
Sophia needs to know what Sophia said.
I gotta know what I said.
I told her, okay, OP, and she came to my apartment. She told me that she loves Noah, and he is a really good boyfriend.
Okay.
However, he is not very motivated and lazy. When they started dating, he was not really putting a lot of effort into the relationship, and she had to ask him for everything. It used to bother her a lot. She knew that Noah's last girlfriend cheated on him, and it took him 2 years before he started dating again. Noah was very insecure about dating her and asked her to make sure that she shares everything with him. Sophia said that Noah is a great guy, but she needed him to be a better boyfriend.
Sophia's deserve better.
Sophia's deserve better. Sophia's deserve better.
I'm going to write that on a poster. I'm just going to start walking around in the house. I'm going, Sophia's deserve better.
Sophia's deserve better. I love that. T-shirt.
Ooh.
I don't know. So she thought she would make Noah jealous by talking to me.
It's all coming together.
All coming together.
The pieces are aligning. Pangea is reforming.
She said it worked, and Noah started reading our messages. She knew that I would not flirt back with her because I explicitly told her that I'm not interested in her, and so she thought I was a safe choice.
Yikes.
Wow.
She literally just did pick him at random.
This is a game of chess, ladies and gentlemen.
Crazy.
She said Noah kept on asking her why she is talking to me so often, and she told him that I am her best friend and she needs the emotional support and stability I provide since Noah is not emotionally available for her. That made Noah start replying to her messages quickly and also being more present in the relationship.
Communicating with your partner, masterminding a whole plot to make them jealous.
I mean,
ooh,
this is bananas.
That's wild.
Noah also wasted his evenings playing video games with his friends and ignored her. So she would message me on those days and ask if she can hang out with me.
Doesn't sound like Noah is a good boyfriend.
Dude, I do agree with that.
I feel like this whole story, they've been like, Noah's a great boyfriend. Sophia and Noah are so cute together. Is he though?
The more people say, "Oh, he's such a
Yeah.
good person. Oh, he's such a great boyfriend,"
The less I
more
believe it.
they are terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
The more they're
I
terrible.
agree.
She lied to Noah that we could just sit in my apartment and watch movies since he was unavailable, and it used to bother him. He asked her to stop, but she told him that he can play his games and she can have a fun evening with me.
Okay.
God
And she's probably like, and I can have a fun evening with OP.
Exactly. Noah repeatedly asked her to cut contact with me or at least not hang out with me alone in my apartment, and eventually stopped playing video games with his friends so he can hang out with her in the evenings. She would also lie to him about how I cooked elaborate meals for her, and we had wine and painting nights, which led Noah to do the same. And finally,
He's like, he buys me flowers every day.
yeah.
He gives me $10 at lunch.
He buys me a new car every month.
He took me on a cruise.
Yes. Finally, she told me that I was an a-hole to not go with her story and tell Noah the truth.
Oh my God.
The audacity, Sophia.
OP is just an innocent bystander and is being thrown under the bus.
Dude.
Like, he probably thought, you know what? No, I'll make sure that he doesn't, this guy doesn't think that I'm cheating with his girlfriend, and it just backfired on him.
Dude, this is insanity.
Yeah.
Noah, of course, got angry at her and saw that it was an act to get him to change. Sophia was so proud of her latest lie. She told Noah that I played down our relationship because I was trying to protect Sophia. She told him that I'm such a great guy and was just trying to make sure that my best friend's relationship was not affected because of me. I told her that I was not really happy being a pawn in her lives.
He's a pawn in our game of deception.
Dude. So she told me that it was a genius idea and there were no victims.
OP.
Guys.
OP is a victim.
What's happening? Anthony, Sophia.
Justice for OP.
Please tell me. Am I missing something?
I don't think we're missing anything. That's the crazy thing.
I think we know everything. I think we've completely comprehended all of the parts of this story. They just make no sense.
Full clarity, and it's just the ugliest picture.
Yeah.
She told me that it was a genius idea and that there were no victims. She got what she wanted, and Noah is a much better boyfriend thanks to me. It's all worked out.
This is what the Queen's Gambit is about.
And she will now show Noah how much she loves him by slowly reducing the messages to me, which he would appreciate, while still thinking of me as a threat that Sophia can fall back on if he changes his loving behavior. She pleaded me to just keep quiet for her sake as she is so happy with the way Noah is now. I have to stop right here.
Yeah.
We need a poll.
Do you tell the truth?
Expose
Yeah.
or not?
Honestly,
Expose or not?
I think just stop being friends with her fully. I think get yourself out of there. I don't think you even have to tell Noah because you're just going to be caught in so much more drama. Just leave.
I hear you.
No, I think John's asking, do you tell Noah?
I know, that's what I'm saying. No. I'm saying just leave the friendship. I think that OP is like being put in so much drama for no reason.
But is he not friends with Noah?
No.
I believe he is.
Well, no,
friends with Noah.
I thought they were just kind of like the same friendship level as Sophia.
I think he only started really talking with Sophia once they started dating. That was when
they are
their
more
friendship
friends. Okay.
blossomed. Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, then I guess if they're close friends,
Yeah.
yes. If he's closer to Noah than he is to Sophia, tell him. If he's not, just get rid of them as friends because they kind of suck.
She sucks.
Yeah, I mean Noah doesn't suck, but
He seems like a crappy boyfriend, but it's like that's kind of like besides the point as far as OP is concerned.
Isn't that like crabby?
No,
he's like,
oh,
this girl's hanging out with this guy.
No, but the reason, okay, so obviously I don't condone anything that Sophia's doing and she should have communicated, but the reason that she started doing it is because he wasn't paying attention to her at all and wasn't hanging out with her.
Yeah, like
so he was a bad boyfriend.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But like I guess it's just a question of whether or not OP is actually like close friends with Noah.
My slightly different take is listen, if I'm in OP's position, I get caught up in this whole scheme. I don't want to be friends with these people.
That's what I'm saying.
And but at the same time, I'm also like, I need some retribution for the headache that you've got me when I was so completely innocent. I mean, OP was purely a bystander.
Exactly.
So I'm kind of like, I'm going to go back to Noah and be like, listen up, buddy. She's literally like, can you just keep up the lies a little bit longer so I can like coerce him into being a better boyfriend? I'd also probably be like, dude, you seem like not a great boyfriend.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, but I don't
He's
think
a
he
different ball.
deserves to be manipulated.
No, I
think
agree. I think
either-
that she should communicate with him.
Yeah, so I think you tell Noah.
Well, I
Kinda-
don't think their relationship is OP's responsibility necessarily.
Personally, I think unless he is like besties with Noah,
Yeah.
I would just step out. He's like, he's a little pawn that keeps getting moved and like around by both. I mean, Noah is confronting him about it. Sophia is manipulating all this stuff.
Yeah.
That's just a headache that I wouldn't want to be a part of.
But if you don't say anything, you're almost more involved because now the web of lies can continue.
I see what you're saying.
And so you don't even know. If you sort of just say, it's not for me, then she can be like, yeah, on Friday I went to the bowling alley with him and he gave me this gift. And it's like, you don't even know that she's saying that.
Let's say this is me, like
Yes.
I'm OP and you're Noah.
Yes.
I would absolutely tell you that this was
Yes.
going on. But if this is just kind of a person that I'm acquaintances with,
Joe Blow.
I would be like, I'm going to block Sophia. I'm going to kind of distance myself from that, those two people. And then if she texts me, I'm not going to answer anything.
There is more to the story.
Ooh.
And an update. We're not even at the update yet. So I thought about it and I agreed with her. And this is, let me read the last sentence actually. She pleaded me to just keep quiet for her sake as she is so happy with the way Noah is now. I thought about it and I agreed with her. It feels weird that she is literally training Noah like a lab monkey and behaving the way she wants.
Loving him.
But at the end of the day, he seems to have become a better boyfriend thanks to Sophia's plan. This is a curveball I don't think any of us were expecting.
This is the third option that I don't
this is
agree
just
with.
his initial thoughts.
The kind of
Yeah, we don't know
gut
what-
check.
Just like right after. I think he might change.
Yeah.
I was conflicted on what to do, but I will just go with the act for Sophia's sake, as Noah also likes her and there is no reason to mess things up for them. I would like to hear neutral opinions on if I am wrong with helping Sophia lie to Noah, as it seems like it has made their relationship better, and Sophia seems to be happy. Oh, wow. Okay, we're actually a lot closer to the end of the story than I thought.
No.
But let's get into this quick edit. Edit number 1, after reading the comments, I am now inclined to tell Noah the truth.
All right.
However, I feel that he would still choose to believe Sophia over me. Moreover, I am worried that he would think I am trying to break them up for my own selfish benefits.
I just
Dude.
think it's drama, man.
The plot is thickening. I don't want him to think that I am her best friend who has feelings for her and hence am trying to get them to break up. Ergo, so OP could swoop in and get her, which I could see the boyfriend thinking that is something that could happen. Would you have believed your partner's friend if they came forward and told you this? Won't you think that the friend is just manipulating you into breaking up? By the way, guys, we're live every weekday at 3 p.m. You should join us and tap on our profile.
Join us.
But guys, I'm gonna tap on your little brains one last time. We're almost at the end of the story, but a quick check. Are we still tell him and don't tell him, to pick a side as we always do?
Operating under the assumption that they are not that close, I think that just distancing yourself does kind of the same thing as telling him. Because let's say Sophia starts messaging you, you're not responding. And then Noah texts you like later and he's like, Sophia's been saying all this stuff. And you're like, I haven't talked to her at all.
Yeah.
I think that does the same thing. And you get yourself away from the drama.
And he realizes that
She's been lying about even talking. If she continues to say, oh, I've been talking to OP, we've been doing all this, and OP's like, I haven't seen her in months, because we're not friends
here's
anymore.
my screenshot of her texting me 10 times and
I'm not
responses.
responding. I think if Noah comes back again and asks, I think that OP could then say something. But right now, I think with what he said of Noah maybe not believing him, I think I would distance myself from the friendship, and I think that does the same thing.
What say you, Sir Anthony?
I just think there's no way this pans out well.
That's what. Yeah.
Like, there's no world in which this relationship ends well if you don't try to clear things up now. Like, there's no way Noah and Sophia go on to have a great relationship.
Yeah, that take from OP is crazy.
Like, the fact that he's just gonna be like, I'll just let him fit. Seems like things are going well. Like, there's no, like say things do progress, then the asterisk is near this is over this relationship for the whole time.
I think at this point I'm on the side of tell, just to like, it's basically like we've seen in a lot of situations where people go no contact. Here's my whole here's basically the explanation and the like setting the boundary of like I'm out. And like, here's all the stuff, here's what's happening, to further control and then kind of like go more no contact with them, just purely out of self-interest.
Yeah. Because imagine you don't say anything.
Yeah.
And then something flares up or it comes out later. And it's like, well, I thought about telling you. Mm-hmm. You need to have the paper trail of you saying like, remember I tried to tell you, that type of thing.
Yeah. I like Emre's thing, maybe, of saying he doesn't have to tell Noah everything, but maybe just reach out to Noah and say, hey, I'm stepping back from Sophia to respect the relationship, so OP can't be used going forward. I think that's a good one. You know, Sophia can't attack you, Noah can't attack you. It's just saying,
it's not vindictive. I'm done. Yeah, like, hey, I'm stepping back.
Which I think still is in line of what I was saying, of just taking yourself, but then you're actually just saying, like, explicitly, I'm distancing myself from the friendship.
Yeah, and then anytime she's like, oh, well, I'm going to go to his apartment, she's like,
nope.
Read it.
She's not there.
This is the story, not the text.
I think that is my
And John has live text.
This just in. But, you know, it is just in the final edit to this story.
What?
Maybe we'll see a breakup.
Oh my God.
We have like 2 paragraphs left, basically. Woo.
Woo.
So, thanks to everyone for your input. I really thought about telling Noah. I have decided not to tell him. I do not have any messages that would prove that she is lying. Moreover, I am scared she might manipulate Noah into believing I am her guy best friend and desperately trying to break them up after Noah told me he wants to be more serious with her, Sophia. I risk losing my friends if they tell this narrative to all of my friends. God, as much as I realize that she is playing on Noah's worst insecurities, I do not have a way to tell him without risking a social suicide. Sophia's plan is foolproof. There's no way I can convince Noah without any solid proof. I will, however, avoid her and not reply to her messages and only interact with her in social settings.
She's like a mafia boss. She's like, I can weed out that rat.
Literally.
If you say anything, if you're a freaking narc, I'm coming after you.
This is Game of Thrones level, like,
no, that's why
politicking
that's why I think OP has to distance from this friendship. Which is, I guess, what he's saying he's going to do.
And I think I'm still on. I think if you say it, you control your own narrative. Whereas if you say nothing, you're kind of exposed for being pulled in, and who knows what can say about you. At least you've like said your piece and set your narrative first before. Yeah.
I think I still like Emre's approach of just saying, I'm going to like telling him that.
Exactly.
I think that's maybe the best one I've heard.
Yes. I agree. And that's it.
I agree, and no further comments.
No further comments, no further story. But that doesn't mean that this is the end of the episode.
No. It's not over until it's over. My wife accused me of cheating on her, so I'm getting a divorce.
Well, did you?
Me, 44 male, my wife, Grace, 42 female, fake names for obvious reasons, have been married for 13 years, together for 16. By the way, this comes from OKCartoonist 5220 on the r/OKStorytime subreddit.
Yeah.
So, quick backstory. I met Grace about the time I got out of the military. I was a medical discharge. I met her while I was at the hospital for surgery. She was a nurse on the floor I was staying on. Single mom, divorced for a couple of years. I left the military, went back to school, and now I work from home as a software engineer, more or less. We started dating, took it slow the first couple of years because of her daughter, Maya, who was 5 at the time. Grace is still a nurse and Maya goes to college. I would have said until last month that our marriage was pretty solid. We've had arguments. I admit I was kind of crap at housekeeping when we first moved in together because I was not used to how much kids tear things up around the house. But other than that, it was good. No step-parent issues. I had an active role in Maya's life because her own father lives overseas for work. We went on dates. Intimacy has always been great. We wanted kids, but it wasn't in the cards for us. Honestly, I'm a bit blindsided. I've had friends who were blindsided by divorce, but I never understood how. Usually there were problems that they glossed over, and then suddenly their wives would leave them, and they just didn't see it coming. But the rest of us could see it coming from a mile away. So here I am saying the same thing, and maybe I just missed something huge. The past few months, Grace has been more stressed than usual. Ever since COVID, she's been burnt out, and I asked her multiple times if she wanted to quit her job, at least for a couple of years. I thought the burnout was coming to a head. She was withdrawn, angry. She snapped at me constantly. She ridiculed Maya over everything. But she's my wife. She was traumatized by the pandemic, and both Maya and I were understanding. Yeah, because she's a healthcare professional. So that's like the hardest job to do during the pandemic.
OP's wife is.
OP's wife is, yes. Yeah, so she was experiencing a lot of burnout. Yeah, that makes sense. We would do okay with just my salary. So last month, I sat her down to suggest again that she quit and take some time off to heal. Then everything blew up. She started yelling at me that she knew what I was doing. She's known for months. She has proof. I didn't know what she was talking about at first, but it didn't take long to realize she was accusing me of infidelity. I can't lie, I was angry as hell. I opened my phone, handed it to her, told her to go through it. I went and got my laptop and unlocked it, told her to go through that. The whole time she's still shouting at me about some other woman. I don't have traditional social media accounts. I'm on Lobsters, Hacker News, and I have a Reddit account. I told her to check everything. There's no secret Facebook or Instagram or whatever. No messages from anyone. I opened Discord, even Slack, everything I could think of, but she wouldn't even look at it. That's so annoying. She just got angrier and angrier, and then she picked up my laptop and threw it. That's when I had enough and left. Where is she getting this from? I went to my parents' house. All the while, Grace was texting and calling and leaving more and more unhinged messages about this woman she knows I'm with. When I got to my parents' house, I called her once and told her I needed a few days because I was too angry to handle talking to her. My sister called the next morning and told her Grace had called her multiple times as well to see if I was really there. After a few days, I called Grace to talk, and at first the conversation was productive. She apologized for throwing the laptop, but she said I made her so angry because I was being so calm. What? Opie was just not screaming, and she was like, ah!
If anything, I feel like the classic response we see is like, how dare you? Like they freak out.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, if you're calm, I feel like that's more of an indicator. It's like, hey, I have nothing to hide.
What
like,
are you?
This
Yeah.
is cool.
Like, what's going on? He was probably confused.
Of course he was confused.
Yeah. Like, that's probably where I don't even understand what you're doing. What are you thinking?
I think I see an ICU in the
You think a little bit of
comments.
projection?
I think an exact amount of projection is what I am seeing.
You can't fire me. I quit.
I think that's where we're
A
getting.
little bit
I
of
think
that.
she's super angry because she's trying to point the finger somewhere else.
Ooh.
She needs to go to the school of manipulation taught by Sophia.
That's correct. She's the headmaster. She has
if she
earned her degree.
really wanted
SOFIA.
to change,
Yeah.
she would have manipulated him.
She should have been playing chess.
Yeah.
This whole time she was playing.
Charades.
There it is.
I told her I was not calm because I was being accused of cheating on my wife, and I was furious, but it was either trying to talk it out or start shouting, which I didn't think was a good idea. Then she got angry, told me I was twisting her words, and things fell apart quickly. She started going on and on again that she knew I was cheating. She had proof. I asked her what proof, because I would like to see it. I don't remember how we got there, but she said that she was going to send everything to the lawyer, and I said, Fine. Send a copy to mine because this was going nowhere. She got really quiet after that and asked if I was serious. And I said I wasn't going to stay in a marriage where my wife thinks I cheated on her, but won't tell me why. We ended the call there, and I've been at my parents' house since. My dad is on my side. My mom thinks Grace is just having a rough time and that we can talk this through. My sister is pissed she got dragged into it, so she thinks that we're both the a-holes. And Maya is miserable because she's being torn between me and her mom. I feel like maybe I jumped the gun and should have stayed calmer. And there is an edit, but I think that it's kind of really ridiculous that the wife was like, we're gonna talk to lawyers. Well, this is over. And OP was like, okay,
let's talk to lawyers.
Let's talk to lawyers.
Like,
and then she was like,
really?
What do you mean we're gonna talk to lawyers?
You want to talk to lawyers? Like, yeah, didn't you literally just say you wanted to talk? Like,
didn't you just imply that you wanted a divorce?
I was just gonna say,
dude,
whether she's cheating or not.
Great minds.
Is that what you're thinking?
I think yes.
Well, and then I have a second poll and a question for you. Divorce.
Yeah, I think so.
Do we call her bluff?
The way OP said, which kind of like calmly emphasized the ridiculousness of the situation, which is, hey, if you want to like accuse me of this cheating, which I'm happy to calmly sit down and
literally showed her everything.
Showed her everything. Like, hey, look, all the evidence you say you have, I'm here to sit down, come to the table, and talk about it. If you want to just keep refusing, great. I just don't want to be in that relationship. Yeah. And if that continues, like, you can give her some time. Like, hey, I'm here, but not forever. So if you want to, like, let's.
I'm not going to talk to you unless you are willing to actually have an adult conversation and not just scream at me.
Once we get there, then we can maybe work towards rebuilding.
Yeah. But I think that right now she's not even giving him that. So like right now it's divorce, but if she eventually comes around and... Have
you all seen the movie She's Just Not That Into You, or He's Just Not That Into You?
Yeah, no, but I've seen clips.
And I can infer from the title where you're going, but take us home, Anthony. Take us home.
It's kind of like a Love Actually multiple plot line situation, but one of them, he cheats on his wife, but then when she finds out, he's like, well, don't you want to leave me? And she's like, no, we're going to stick it out. But I think in his reaction, he was like, well, maybe I don't actually want to be here. Like, he was kind of hoping that she would be like, well, that's it. We're done. Yeah. But she wanted to stick it out. And he was like, ooh, maybe that isn't what I want.
Yeah. She's I think he checked out. I mean, cheating is like you're checking out of the relationship.
100%.
Edit. My morning meetings are finally over and I need to concentrate on my job. So I'm going to be logging out for the day. I'm going to talk to my mom to see if she'll talk to Grace. Suggest therapy, couples therapy, etc. I believe those of you who suggested missing reasons are correct. Something is causing this. I just don't know if it's something I've done, stress in her life, or if it's full-on projection. I don't think it is, but you never know. I'll assure Maya again that she has a place here no matter what. As far as I'm concerned, she's my daughter, and of course she's got a place here if she needs it. However, I also won't try to pressure her considering that that's her mom, and I know this is pulling her in two ways. And there is a second edit to finish this off. Okay. So I took a quick break and thought I'd come back and read a couple comments. Number one, someone asked if I was cheating. I understand why you would ask that. I never came out and said in the post, but let me assure you, no, I'm not cheating. I never have. Granted, those are just words, and I'm sure some of you will think I'm lying, but I love my wife. I've never wanted to cheat. I'm not a saint. I've been attracted to people. I think Salma Hayek is gorgeous.
Got him! End it! End it!
But the thought of cheating has never crossed my mind. Number two, a lot of people think she's cheating on me. Again, I don't think so. She's home every night at the same time. She doesn't hide away her devices. Could there be someone at work? Yes, Do I think she's cheating? No. But as many pointed out, those are famous last words. Number 3, talking about divorce / staying calm. I have PTSD. I've worked a lot in therapy over the years to process intense emotions. Also, I think OP was medically discharged from the army, from the military.
Right.
So, yeah. It's why I stay calm. Not because I am, but because if I don't, then I get overwhelmed. The talk to my lawyer comment was one of those moments I didn't process well. I don't think it's a good idea to divorce her after over a decade together because of this past month. On the other hand, I know that because it's not a safe place for me mentally, I'll stay at my parents' until we could get this resolved. 4, could it be hormones? Yes, it could. However, my wife is already taking hormones because of a medical procedure she had when she was in her 30s. Like I said, it wasn't in the cards to have kids. She has to see the doctor usually every 6 months to check her levels. Her last appointment was in March. However, her mood changes started before that. Number 5, mental health issues. This is what I think it is personally. Like I said, Grace has been building up to a burnout for a while now. These mood changes started a while ago. It's why I brought up taking time off work. It's why I brought it up again last month when she blew up at me. I think this is stress. It's why I haven't actually contacted a lawyer, because I hope my marriage can be saved. I think I just wanted reassurance from a neutral third party because I'm so far out of my depth here. Number 6. There's a lot of these.
Ooh.
To those who say don't get my mom involved, my mom already is. She and Grace are incredibly close. She's called Grace every day to check on her. Grace has no contact with her own family, so I'm not really involving mom as much as I'm just asking her to suggest marriage counseling to her the next time she calls. I sure as hell don't want to get some other party involved in this, so I'm not going to contact a friend to talk to my wife. Number 7. There's one more after this.
Yes.
I haven't been no contact with my wife since I left. I probably should have clarified that. She messages me. Sometimes it's the same silly stuff we've always talked about, like random memes she found. They're like maybe divorcing, and she's like, look at this meme I found.
Yes.
And sometimes it's her begging me to just tell her the truth. I'm exhausted mentally from this all, and at the end of my rope. I've suggested therapy a couple of times already, but that's gotten nowhere. Hopefully mom bringing it up might help. And 8, why the throwaway? Because my coworkers also have Reddit accounts and I don't want them to see this post. They might, but hopefully software, this is not really relevant. And I think that's everything. I want to add though, please don't disparage my wife. I'm upset over this because my wife is a great woman. She's smart. She's funny, she's sweet, she's been a wonderful mother, and that's why I've been worried the past few months about her, because this is so out of character.
This is just kind of a sad one.
Yeah. Because they've been
there's
married
no
for
real-
15 years.
There's no real end in sight, it seems.
No, the fact that she's still reaching out to him. So she's sending memes, and then it's also like, tell me the truth, tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And it's so frustrating to have told the truth.
Yeah.
And for someone to still be like, you're a witch.
Something major is going on. It could be a mental health issue. It could be something that she did and she's now something I think is happening here. She's not being forthcoming. And if I wasn't already on OP's side in the beginning, I think as it went on, when he was like, I offered her daughter a place to stay, like, hey, you can stay here as long as you want.
OP is doing as much as
I know,
possible.
yeah. Him talking about the work that he's done in therapy. He's like, hey, I understand that I need to stay calm in these situations. Has obviously done a lot of work in therapy and like on his own emotions. So like, I think OP has been super level-headed and super fair the entire way through.
And even just how they speak about how he speaks about his wife. It's so like, I'm just worried about her. I just don't know what's going on. I don't want to divorce her. That just kind of came out because she was saying it, and it's all out of love.
Yes.
Which is so sad.
He could even say like, she's being so frustrated, I'm so angry at her, and that wouldn't even necessarily I think be
incorrect,
incorrect per se, but he is instead choosing to say she's been a wonderful mother.
Yeah.
She's been
15 years.
For 15 years. So yeah, I think something's something's going on here. Let us know in the comments if you think you might know. I'm at a loss. I don't know.
Because we do know that she has a hormone imbalance.
Yes.
That she's going to. So maybe there's something there. I'm not a medical professional, but you know what I know?
What?
We've got another story.
Whoa.
Let's
and
dive
John's
into
gotta
it.
freaking read it.
Woohoo! My fiance wants to expose my ex-wife on social media. I pleaded with her not to. The ex-wife, 34 female, sent an email to me, 34 male, pleading me not to marry my current fiance, 27 female. See, my fiance wants to share the letter on her social media to expose my ex-wife, but I feel that she should be the bigger person and ignore her. But the bigger person who wrote the story is TW letter ex-wife 231232231. That was submitted on r/storytime. Let's freaking go.
Yeah. Immediate thought, don't expose her. Why are you starting drama? You won, girl. You got OP.
Yeah. My ex-wife Lily and I started dating in college when we were together for almost 10 years and married for 4. Wow. I thought we had a perfect relationship. However, 6 years ago, Lily sat me down.
Thought.
Apparently, Lily sat me down and told me she was feeling unhappy with our marriage and felt like she missed out on a lot of fun things in life because we got married early and spent all our effort on career and our finances. We are both lawyers and spent a ton of time on our law school, bar exam, etc., and we both got really high-paying jobs. She felt that she never got to live an independent life and find herself. I was heartbroken, as I did not know life without her.
Oh.
We went through a lot of stress during our marriage, and I could see her side. We split amicably and got a divorce soon as we did not have any assets or kids to worry about. Everything went okay for the first few months. However, Lily started getting panic attacks and went into a depression after she started living alone. I still cared about her and helped her during this time. She was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder?
Yes.
Thank you. She was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder, BPD, and has been in therapy since. We stayed friends as the transition was difficult for both of us. However, I tried to move on from her by going on dates. Lily and I stayed good friends for almost 1 year after our divorce. She asked me a few times if we should try to work on our marriage, but I moved on and told her we are better off as friends than as a couple.
Ooh, damn. So
Yeah.
she kind of had a breakdown a bit and then came back to him and was like, sorry.
She broke up with him
Yeah.
and was like, started going through some stuff and then came back to him like, hey, maybe we could try to work it out.
Sorry.
And it's like, hey,
I didn't actually mean that.
You kind of like left me, so I need to kind of move on and rebuild myself.
Yeah, he's like, ooh, we already went through this.
Especially after, which I think is what he should have done and what he did do, help her through the hard time that she had proceeding.
Like
that's
he did
in your life
everything
for so
that he
long.
was supposed to do.
Totally. Now, I met Mila at our running club, and we really hit it off. You could say, hit the ground running.
Oh, look at this guy. He thinks he's got jokes.
Mila was much younger than me, but really matched my energy, and we started dating seriously soon after. Mila expressed that she found it uncomfortable that Lily was such a big part of my life. I also felt I wanted to invest all of my energy into a relationship with Mila, and I told Lily that I would be distancing myself from her. Lily reluctantly agreed, and we stopped texting each other daily, only met on social occasions such as weddings or parties, as we both share the same group of friends. Lily and Mila never got along, but Mila tolerated Lily for me. Mila and I had been dating for 3 years, and I proposed to her during summer holidays last year when we visited her parents' house. We have been busy planning our wedding and plan to get married in September. Everything was going really well until last week. I received an email from Lily last week pleading me not to marry Mila. It was a long email talking about how we are soulmates and we are meant to be together. It was extremely delusional and talked about how I was just punishing her by being in a relationship with Mila. Oof. And she has learned her lesson, and I should take her back now. I don't know if it was a lesson as much as you dumped him and he found a new relationship outside of that.
He moved on after you dumped him.
Seems kind of like a natural progression of events.
I think maybe you distance yourself from what's her face?
Lily.
Lily.
I talked about how I would be abandoning her after I promised that I would take care of her in sickness and in health for her entire life, and my new marriage vows will be meaningless since I promised all those things to her.
Early, you divorced him.
Yeah. I immediately told Mila about this and told her that Lily crossed the line. And I would not only block her everywhere, but make sure I go no contact with her. Mila was very upset too and started cursing out Lily on how she is planning to ruin her special day. Mila told me that she wants a screenshot of the email and sent it to my parents.
Okay. Why?
Why? I ask the same questions. They, of course, supported Mila and told her that Lily has to be cut off forever from our lives, and I agreed. OP has already agreed to go no contact.
OP already said that.
If I was in OP's position, I would probably honestly want to be the one to tell my parents, even though my partner has a close relationship with my parents. But Mila said that Mila wants to share the email on her Instagram and Facebook.
No. Why? Why is she bringing up all this drama?
So that all of our friends would also see Lily's behavior, so they would all block her as well and never invite her to any events.
That's just silly.
That is what Mila says.
That's a little too far.
That's too far. We already know this person has been dealing with a lot of like mental health crises.
Yeah.
And then to literally kick this person while they're down in the streets.
Girl, you already won.
You got
the man.
She already got the man who said he would cut contact with Lily, and she's like, no, we have to expose her in front of everyone.
I feel like OP has been pretty much all green flags.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you guys think?
Green.
I agree.
Green flag. Yeah. So this is where I do not agree with Mila about posting it on social. I know that Lily is not mentally well, to Sophia's point, and has not been depressed again since we announced our engagement. Lily has tried to reach out to me through my friends, but I have given her a chance. I had not, thank you, given her a chance to speak to me alone. I feel bad for Lily, and I feel Mila sharing the post would only extend the drama. I also worry that my friends know about Lily's mental condition, and it would feel petty to hurt her.
Yeah.
While I am moving on and marrying an amazing person in Mila. I have told Mila about all this, and she feels that I am still trying to protect Lily when she tried to hurt Mila by sending that email real quick pit stop before we finish the story. And also, we're live every weekday at 3 p.m. PST, so what are you doing not joining us? Tap the profile to join.
Yeah.
But gang, this is a red flag on Mila, right?
Blazing hot red flag.
Are we saying there should be a poll? Is that what we're saying?
We can let's poll it.
Let's poll it up.
Do we pre-vorce Mila?
No.
I don't think pre-vorce. I think we see how, if she does it anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe you consider like looking at your relationship and being like, oh, do I want to marry this person?
Yeah.
I think right now it really just, because we are at the precipice. She has not sent it yet.
True.
She's brought it up. And I think that's a conversation like, hey, why do you feel the need to do this? She's not even a part of our life anymore. I think conversation first. I don't think this is necessarily a pre-vorce.
Chat said we do have a slim majority of 54% saying pre-vorce.
It's going down.
Chat is throwing down right now.
Yeah.
I'm not on the pre-vorce train.
Same. I'm not on the pre-vorce train.
I'm not even close.
Yeah.
I think this is a big red flag, but I don't think it's a.
I think my take on the situation is that like I feel like Mila's probably like very emotionally charged. The wedding's coming.
Yeah.
She wants your perfect day. Totally understandable. And she's like, here's my arch nemesis striking again. I must vanquish my final boss.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, that is literally the end. That is literally not the end of that story.
I was like, isn't there more?
Because I am not sure what to do at this point. Am I the a-hole to ask Mila not to share the email on social media for everyone to see Lily's private email to me? Is Mila right that Lily deserves all the hurt she would get after she makes the email public? And I think in our discussion, we have come to the conclusion now that is not the move. But that is actually the end of that story.
No, it's just silly.
So, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.